Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking, right? Out here having fun. I'm in my lab, but I'm in the book. Man, I got lessons up to wazoo that I got for you, so I got to calm myself down and take it one at a time. Let's breathe. Let me get my class in session. Right thinkers, let's do what we come here to do. Get some information that will benefit you. That's my job, that's my mission, and I'm on it. Let's go. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. Your mission as a right, your goal as a right thinker is to know thyself. See where we're going with this. Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself there. Two, my heart be true. We're still in the book talking about different philosophy. I'm going to take you through the ancient philosophical concepts. We got the 4 basic principles that we set forth, and you're going to see every other philosophical concept coming down the pike after that have something in common with them. So let's start with the top. Right thinkers, let's talk about, I'm going to give you Tehuti, or y'all call them thoughts. The philosophy, that's the highest level of attainment. Tehuti, thought, that's the mind. Heru is the spirit in you. Them two come together, you have knowledge of self. You are who you're supposed to be. Your full potential. Nehast, your enlightened being. And Tehuti, and thought, aka Heru/Heru, that philosophy goes back to 5,500 BCE. And when you think it ended, if you're paying attention, 600 ACE. I was coming up, we had the 3 Stooges, right? And one guy, and they say Niagara Falls, he goes crazy. His wife, left him. He had bad experience, so whenever he hears Niagara Falls, he just go crazy. So every time I hear 600 ACE, I go crazy. And that's how I can equate with that. So hope you can understand that. But yeah, every time I see that date, that's when you took everything that I love and represent was wiped out. I ain't figured out why. Let me get on my horse and try to find some information out for you, because I'm pissed off at 600. I want to know who the hell was that. I want him. Okay. We had the Osirian resurrection myth that went from yoga. We mixed yoga philosophy with religion, we got real life experience. We put them together. And from 4,500 BCE till when? Yeah, again, 600 ACE. It's something about that 600 in Egypt that they just wanted to cut off all ties with Egyptian philosophies and concept for some reason or another. That's what I'm noticing, and this is starting to get a little uneasy. All right, but they didn't just stop with us. I see they got some other ones they wiped out too, but just the concept. All right, next one, the goddesses principles. I told you, women were treated like goddesses. Aset, Hathor, or Hetanu, y'all may know it as Neith. Nobody knows about her. Mut, that's the wife of Amun. Sekhmet, that's the wife of Ptah. And Buto was the first, I tell you, the first Heru concept, the spirit with the serpent with the spirit with wings, with a damn crown. Okay, that was all symbolic of your serpent power that rises and become enlightened, and you are crowned with the 7 chakras, you have self-enlightenment. Those are all symbolic. It's been going on for ancient times. It worked. I'm using it. I know it worked. The people who shut it down didn't want it to work. And what they gave you after that don't work. Sorry, I get personal. Yeah. I got all this knowledge. I got all this information. And they hiding it. No, this is what we should be studying. Not that nonsense y'all doing. Oh, with 12 years of educating, indoctrination, and nonsense, didn't tell you what, forget everything they taught you. What are you teaching to me? Like, teach your kid manners. When you get grown, don't worry about it. Well, that makes no sense. So, again, calm down. In the goddess principles, they were respected and revered from 5000 BCE. Yeah. See where I'm going with this? See how it just gets to my across? So I'm going to break down the four important main principles of our Egyptian philosophical concepts of God. Remember, there was a philosophical concepts based on theories, philosophical theologies, and principles that you can practice and manifest for yourself. That's the difference. It wasn't a damn belief system. The Egyptian concept of God, human beings and creation, they go together. Number one, the androgynous nature containing male and female. That's God. I'm both male and female. I can pregnate myself and I can give birth from myself. That was the concept. That was all a philosophical concept. Okay. Now, you got number two. Heru Neter. Neter, remember, one God. Heru, the spirit from the Neter. That's us. Heru Neter is the universal spirit that manifests in every period of Egyptian religion, and it represents the ultimate reality behind all manifestation of creation, which are simply in the interplay between complementary opposite principles often described by male and female, night and day, right and wrong. The same great goddess principles is also represented in different forms and aspects. We break them all down for you so that you can understand just that. Number three, men and women are the personifications of what? God, spirit and matter, spirit made flesh, the Sphinx, beastly, conscious. Raise it from the beast level into the conscious level and what? Become God consciously. And the two principles which together make up all things. Spirit, consciousness. Number four, God and creation are, telling you all the time, one. Thus, from the earliest times when 10,000 BCE, this philosophy was in effect, to the downfall of Egypt, philosophies everywhere at 600 ACE. And at the same theme is always found throughout the Egyptian philosophy. All of the major cosmogonies and deities come from the same origin that was set down in the pyramid text from our ancient ancestors. I got the wheel of yoga from the sage Patanjali, and I got the Buddhist wheel from the philosophy for reaching nirvana, okay? And then I got the 8 outer yogas, and I got the noble eightfold of path to, again, nirvana or enlightenment. These are all philosophy that they all right in their own rights. Why? If you choose to practice, that's the whole point. It's what you choose to practice and follow. Christianity was the same way, but they wanted everybody to be a Christian. That ain't fair. You cut everything else out. You ain't got no choice. That ain't cool. If Christianity worth a damn, put it in competition and let it find its own way. We're number one. We're number one. Religiously, that ain't nothing to brag about. I know, okay? So let's talk about, we just went to the 4 for the Egyptian philosophy. Now let's talk about the other ones that came behind it. And these are the dates. What's this? You got Hinduism, love of philosophy. Very understandable, very up to date into now. Started back in 100 BCE. Still been practiced. Why? It worked. They didn't shut it down. It still works, right? Still in practice. The Vedanta philosophy, which came around in 200 ACE. They like that, so they allow it. It's still being practiced. Okay? The Shaivism and Vaishnavism, the Puranas, Agamas, whoever that. Okay, the Hindu scripture. That's been around from 200 ACE. They shut that down at 500 ACE. For what reason? Don't know. Moving on. But now you got the Tantras. That's the non-sectarian spiritual scriptures. It started around 500 ACE. Shut that down real fast. 600 ACE again. Well, that 600 crew, they didn't want nobody or nothing but what they was pushing. That's like a drug dealer knocking off all his competition. Okay? And you're going to buy drugs from me. That ain't fair. That ain't market. You moving on. My thing was, when I was drug dealer, I just want to make sure my drugs is good. Why? I can stand up against anybody else's. Why? Y'all got garbage. I knew that. Why? Y'all trying to make money. I'm just trying to keep the money coming in. Why? Putting a little bit better than y'all. That's why. That's competitive. Okay? Beat my competition out. If you sell the gas for $1.99, I'm going to sell it for $1.98. Moving on. Simple. Don't make a difference. Moving on. It's all about the philosophy, and if you practice it and use it, you'll see how it works. In the yoga, or the tantras, they died on 600. Now you got the yoga of Vasishtha. That's the union of Vedanta philosophy, which is non-dualism, one God philosophy, and the Sankhya philosophy, which started around 750 ACE, and that's what you call modern day philosophy they practicing right now. That's the modern day Vedanta. I'm gonna get to that in 1 second, but it started back then, and obviously they let it hang around because they still use it. Now you got Shankara, the founder of Advaita Vedanta, which is what they call the radical non-dualism. Okay, they're starting to get away from the one God, singular God, and nonsense with a philosophy, and you can do that. I understand that. That started around 800 ACE, so they don't mind that. Okay, moving on. Muslim influence. Okay, the Kabir, the poet saint, the integration of he used Hinduism and Islam, Muslim teachings, that came around 1400 ACE. Yeah, this is all modern new stuff. They started to integrate. They started to take this, but they've been doing that the whole time. Only thing pure is the Egyptians. Everything else is pulled together, tied together, and, okay, which is fine. Ain't got a problem with none of that. Okay, then you got Sikhism at 1500 ACE. They still practicing. Sri Aurobindo, the founder of what they call Integral Yoga. That's all 5 yogas: wisdom, devotion, tantra, self-service, action. That's all combined. Integral Yoga. I teach that philosophy also, so I know about them too. Okay, but guess what? They like them. Know when that came around? 1900 ACE. That's the more modern one. And this guy going around calling himself Surya or somebody. But yeah, if you were talking about some other planets, I ain't going for none of that. I'm not going. I'm not leaving this planet with a whole bunch of nonsense. Miss me with that one. Don't care. Moving on. If I can't substantiate it and make sense of it, I'm not dealing with it. That's all. Anunnaki, don't care. Care less. What? Mesopotamian, don't care. Babylonian, less. Sumerian, don't. I know about all of them. I know about all of them. That's my point. You get to pick like the Jews did. They took Yahweh and they've been rolling ever since. Ain't thought twice about it. You take one and you go with it. I'm all in with my Egyptian concept. That's it. Be it right or wrong and different, I don't give a crap what you think. If it's working for you, that's right thing philosophy. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I don't care what it is. If it's working, if you believe in Jesus, making you a good person, respectfully treating me, I ain't got a problem with that. Moving on. Again, what you practice don't affect me unless it immediately affect me in how you deal with me. Respectfully, we got no problem. Last one, the modern Vedanta philosophy. Now, it attempts to integrate dual and non-dual philosophies, Buddhist, psychology, and yoga, all try to package it so I get it, I understand it, I like it. Why? It makes sense. You can practice something that makes sense. You can use it. You can apply it in your life and see how it work out. That's all we got. Nobody know for sure. So start telling me about, pick what you like and go for it. I know good Christian people who practice Christianity. I know good Islamic people who practice Islam. Same thing. Understand that. Moving on. That's what it's all about. Respecting others' beliefs and philosophy. You ain't got to agree with them or practice them. Just respect them. You want yours respected? Treat others like you want people to treat you. I give you respect because I expect I get that back. If I give it, I'm not going to be disrespectful for no reason. Okay? That's how much time I got. I might get, okay, I got one more for you if I change it over. Before, I was thinking to say before, but below, I'm about to show you right here. You see it got eight concepts, 8 breakdowns. I'm going to go over that right quick, see if I can get that in for you. Below is a summary of, they call the yoga system. We didn't have religion. They were yoga system disciplines, principles that you can practice and live by. So everybody had theirs, respectfully. And the yoga system of the Patanjali and the philosophy of Buddha, each represents what? The many paths. Again, it's more than one way to get to God, to union with the divine. That's what the philosophy is for. Religion is for. It gets you to God. Don't care. Its goal is to get you to God. Christians, if they're working for you, I love and respect you. Why? That's what's intent. That's all. To do something and don't understand or get the intent is a waste of time. Moving on. So everybody has the way to what? To become union with the divine, which may be used intricately according to the psychological makeup of your character. You, the person, you dictate when to use your philosophies of the individual. Again, all your tenets within these philosophical systems are present within what? The Egyptian philosophy we call Maya. It's been around since 5000 BCE. Let's talk about the wheel of yogas of Patanjali's philosophy that started in 200 BCE. I don't have a problem with that. Watch. Of course, watch what he said. Watch this. Listen to this. He has the 8 inner yogas. This is the things that you control within you. The first one is chakra yoga. Sound familiar? Yeah, Kundalini. That's their stuff. Okay? But we call it serpent power. Same thing. Certain things, they just call it something different. And what it means union through what? Atonement of your energy body, energy centers. Raise your Kundalini. We call it our sex basket. The serpent that's wrapped 3.5 times, coiled up, waiting to be activated. To bring them up, to bring your Kundalini up. And the only way it can rise is you being what? Good and righteous. Did you know that? See, they had all the philosophy that if you do certain things, it's going to happen automatically. You ain't got a damn thing to do with it. But if you do it, it's going to happen. If you're not a righteous person, your Kundalini won't rise. Second, number 2, the Jnana Yoga. That's called union through wisdom. Studying, practicing, implementing. That's what I do daily. I study to learn every day. Well, I teach every day. Moving on. Constant. It don't stop. Consistency. Bhakti. Okay, yoga, that means union through divine love. That's what most Christians practice. They don't know it. But yeah, devotion to God, devotion to Christ. Or yeah, devotion. You go to church, you worship, you practice. Yeah, you do. That gets you to God. That's what God recognizes. What? Good deeds. And he'll bless you for that. Those who do that, they know it. That's why they do it. I tell my pastor, my best friend, you do what you do to get blessed. But guess what? What I do gives me blessing too. He said, Brother Wright, that's why I respect your ministry. Thank you. That's all that got to be respected. Respect what I do. You ain't got to follow it, you ain't got to like it. But I'm getting the same results you're getting. Moving on, that's the name of the game, okay? Personally. Then you got prakriti. That means union through your power, what? Of life force. Again, Kundalini. Certain power, the chakra system, all these you control within you. These is qualities and characters and things that you have total control over. But if you don't know they're there, how you gonna control them? So, my favorite, Samadhi. Samadhi yoga freaked me out because when I first found out about it, I realized I did it. I realized, yeah, that did it for me. From an Indian perspective, I was doing it from the Egyptian concept. But Samadhi, it says it too. Nehast, same thing. Why? I have to study and learn. Dude, I've been doing this for years. All right. But Samadhi yoga, what's that? That's union, contact, making contact with God through daily meditation, regular communion with the divine. I call it being God conscious. Yep. Been doing that for years. Okay, samadhi works for me. That's the Indian concept of communion with God. Through what I do, count me in. Call me, I'm a samadhian. Okay, I did a lesson on that a while ago too. But in my favorite, again, another one of my favorites, what? Karma yoga. That's union through working for God by what? Offering up a selfless service to humanity. That's what I do every day here. That's what I do for you. That's why it's my favorite. Why? I get rewarded for that. Not by views. No. Okay? Why? That's what he want me to do. And my job is to give it to you. Your job is to come and get it. I don't control that, but I do control putting it out there, and I'm rewarded for that. That's the concept. Okay? Again, a philosophy that you can practice. And you know if it's good, why? You reap the benefits. You'll be rewarded for it. If you ain't getting rewarded for it, you might be doing the wrong thing. Moving on. Satya yoga. That's number 7 out of the 8. That's union through eternal life, reaching eternity, becoming immortal, realizing you and God are one. You can't die. Sages know that I'm not dying. This body, oh yeah, for me, no, I'm good to go. Can you say that and be confident? Why? That's self-knowledge. Knowing yourself. You can say that. Anybody who have passed that level of ignorance and know themselves, they ain't scared of death. Moving on. Egyptians wasn't consumed or assumed with death. They understood it as a part of life. And on that part, they're right. If you're born, you're going to die. The question is, what you do before that? While you're born, before you die. Your job is to take care in between. Because if death comes and you haven't done your job, bye-bye. You ain't worth being around. So your conscience and your body will disappear. The conscience and the spirit just goes on. That's what it takes on a new conscience. Why? It don't have a conscience. Old conscience didn't work. So they need new conscience. They got the spirit. They just need conscience in the body to flourish, and hopefully they can get home. All right. That's a hell of a system. I love that system. I love the system. All right. Raja Yoga. Last one. That's union through what? Mental control, meaning daily meditation with the divine. If all you're doing, when you see the monks, they're not praying. They're meditating. They're communing with their higher self. They're counting the beads. They're going through meditative state. They're getting closer to God in the mental state. God is all telepathically. You can't feel him physically. No, it's up here and here. When they become one, ding, 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 the fireworks go off. Lotus flowers lighting up. Every time you saw Christ, he had that what? The halo. That meant he knew himself. Let me wrap this lesson up. I'm glad you tuned in. I got 8 more for you, but that's going to be the next lesson. Oh, I'm having fun. Hope you enjoy the lesson. I got to go right now, but right thinkers, in closing, may you all live to be 100 miles a day. So I never know my right thinkers who's understanding all philosophies who get you to God. If you practice it the right way, daily, like I teach it, you'll be fine. I'm out. I'll be right back.